Greetings, and today we have a game that you might have heard of, that is Terraria by Relogic. And first, I must thank the Retro Gamer Guy for gifting this to me on Steam. Dude, you are freaking awesome. This game is awesome. Everything is awesome about this entire situation. So yeah, Terraria. It's an indie game that is available on Steam, and at first it was really known as sort of a 2D Minecraft clone. At least that's how it was described to me, and how many places seem to be describing it as it was about to come out. And then it came out and people were like, holy crap. Calling it a Minecraft clone is just doing it a disservice. But there are some obvious similarities. Most notably, there is a lot of mining and crafting that takes place. So you do have that block-based system that is the basis for the level's procedural generation, but that's really not what the game is all about. Well, this is how I think about it. Minecraft is more about mining all sorts of materials, or getting together with other people with all sorts of materials, and building grandiose structures and things and stuff. It's a lot like Legos. Whereas Terraria is definitely much more of a traditional kind of exploration/adventure platformer kind of game. Very retro-inspired, lots of elements of games like Metroid and Castlevania. It also reminds me a lot of some classics that may not be as well known, like Liero and Zeliard. Another thing that makes the game rather unique is the control scheme. You use some kind of directional keys to move around, of course, and spacebar to jump, but you use the mouse to aim and click on things. Immediately, I was reminded of the game Abuse. So, it's a wild mishmash of role-playing, sandbox games, action, adventure, platforming, and Minecraft and stuff. And if that doesn't get you nerdgasming a little bit, then there's something wrong with you. Please check your geek credentials at the door. The entire point of the game is really up to you. Much like any sandbox game, the goal is up to interpretation. But what really sets Terraria apart, as opposed to games like Minecraft, where it's really open sandbox gameplay, is that you actually have some sort of sense of progression. You're not just meeting personal goals, you're being reminded by the game that yes, you are progressing. The game goes through a day and night cycle, and as such, the enemies are constantly changing. Not only that, but you're encouraged to explore, and the more you explore, the more weird things you come across. There are just a crap ton of different enemies, biomes, creatures, weapons, items, rare loot, events, and even bosses to take care of. You also have the ability to not only build your own house, but to build a town, where different NPCs will start to occupy different structures as you meet the requirements for these guys. And there's a money system, so you not only get to craft things, but you can also just straight up buy items, and upgrades, and weapons, and explosives, and potions, and of course, you can sell your own crafted items back to the NPCs for even more cash to keep that economy going. This is just such a massive game. I'm having a hard time describing everything in a concise manner because there's a lot here, and there's a lot to find. I feel like I've accomplished so much, yet done absolutely nothing at the same time. And I'm entirely fine with that, because if there's one thing that this game is, that is very satisfying. The way the enemies die, the sense of progression, the sense of exploration, the sense of accomplishment. It may not be an awesome Lego type of 3D building simulator that Minecraft is. I enjoy Minecraft for entirely different reasons than I enjoy Terraria. Really about the only thing that I can think to complain about Terraria so far is a lack of intuitiveness. If you've played Minecraft, you might have a little bit more of an idea of what to do, but the game just kind of drops you in place, and I had no clue even how to start, because the crafting system's different, the building is different, all these weird requirements for NPCs are kind of vague. There is an NPC that you start out with that kind of tells you what to do at the beginning, sort of, but some of the hints are more like riddles. At least they seemed like it to me as a new player. But that's why God created wikis and YouTube videos. And if you get bored of single player, there's also a multiplayer online mode where, of course, you can play with other people. I haven't tried it yet, but I can't wait to, because this seems like one of those games, much like Diablo and Baldur's Gate, that's just so much better with a party of people along for the ride. Although the solo experience is very solid, more people can just mean more fun. So yeah, Terraria, it's $9.99, it's available on Steam, and if you see anything on here that looks slightly interesting to you, then just go ahead and grab it. There's just so much more depth and enjoyment than I'm able to portray in this video. Terraria is awesome.